Hey guys, welcome to Coastal Connection. We have Kirstie Kraus on today, country singer,
Yes.
up and coming. Yo, give it up, Mikey. All right, and it's awesome to have you on the show down here in Tampa. Where are you located right now?
Right now, we were just in Tampa like 2 weeks ago. Well, in that area, Bradenton Beach. But right now, we are up in Wisconsin touring, but I'm based out of Nashville.
Okay, so where are you at in Wisconsin? Because I used to live in Wausau.
Okay, in a tiny little town called Oregon, which is
Oh,
just south of Madison. Yeah.
all right, all right.
So we went to the Badger basketball game last night as a family, and yeah,
Did they
just had a
win?
good night. They didn't. It was like 5 points difference, and they didn't play too well. So hopefully
Oh,
next time.
all right, so we're great to have you on your show. Hey, I really appreciate you being a sport and reaching out and saying, "Hey, I'll get on the show with you guys on Coastal Connection and embrace the power." But what I'd like to know is more about you, and then Mike's going to get in and ask you a couple questions. But we want to know, why is your passion music? And one question I do have to throw in there before I shut up is, now that country music, I watched the CMA Awards the other night.
Nice.
Unbelievable. I hadn't seen it that way in 100 years. Just be honest. The multicultural blend of country music and R&B and just soul and the soul of the heartland. It is unbelievable times for country music. So,
Absolutely.
like you to tell us on how you got into country music and where you're going from there. And now I'm going to be quiet.
Okay.
Kirstie, you got the mic.
All right, yes. First off, you are 100% right. A lot of big moments have happened this year, and I love it. I love seeing so many people on stage and just like moments that bring me to tears. And so thank you for saying that. Country music is definitely expanding, and I'm very happy about this. Two, my story. I'm one of those lifers. I started singing at the age of 2, did the whole plays, dance, piano, eventually voice, found my national anthem places to sing, and any sort of festival you can think of, I was trying to perform during the band's breaks or get booked myself. So that's kind of been my journey. I did the band thing in Wisconsin, where I'm from, and I'm back up here right now touring. And then I moved down to Nashville 4 years ago full time. I started writing songs with people, with mentors at 12, started writing songs before that, and started making trips to Nashville at 15. So this is really just a path that I always knew I was going to go down. And I'm always trying to just make the little girl inside of me that set out that I was going to be a singer at 6 years old proud. That's what I'm trying to do.
So when was your first performance? Like when did you
Oh,
start hitting the
jeez.
stage?
The first time I ever hit the stage was like not an actual performance. I was 4 years old, and it was at a Moose Club, and my uncle had just got done performing with his band, and they went on break, and their last song was Achy Breaky Heart by Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh,
And I
okay.
jumped on stage, and I was
Okay.
like, go and tell my heart, my achy breaky
So it's in your
heart.
blood. It's in your blood.
And I
That's
just
good.
kept doing that over and over until they were like, okay, the cuteness is over. Like, you can come down now. Other than that, I was five
Yeah,
and had a solo in kindergarten.
there you go. That's good. That's good. No, I've heard it. You have some rhythm, soul. It's country, but it's still a little rhythm and soul to it. That's like
Uh,
I'm not a country fan. I'm gonna be honest.
yeah. Oh,
But
I
it's
love that
interesting. It's
you.
different. It's
I
different.
love that
I,
you said that. I have been
yeah.
told numerous times I have a unique sound, and I definitely love listening to funk music. It's my favorite. That's
Okay.
like the feel good stuff.
Okay.
And like even just pulling it back to like ambrosia and like I love it.
Very nice.
That's like when I'm going on a long car ride,
Yeah.
that is the jams.
There you go. There you go. That's nice though, because I see your visuals are nice. Your videography is amazing. We'll show it
Oh,
later in the show. We're getting to introduce you now, but it's like it's different. It's a country funk as an artist too. You used to do hip hop back in the days. Back.
okay, all
But
right.
as a music person, as I can see the structure of it, it's pretty nice. It's very nice. You have your own little style, your own hat style going on, and very variety of stuff. So it's very nice.
Thank you.
So
I
nice.
graduated with marketing, so
Okay,
I
so it
definitely think
shows.
that that's important. And I was just on a phone call the other day with someone that might be helping with me some marketing things, and
There we
I
go.
definitely take the graphic designers that I work with very seriously.
I,
And they got to meet me at a certain level because I want my visuals to be there.
yeah,
So
and it's working. I'm gonna be honest with you. As a graphic designer myself, as a creator, a marketing person as well, music marketing, it's working. It's
cool.
really nice.
Thank you, Mike.
It's just it's grabbing your eyes, your hunger, and your music shows for it as well. It collaborates very well.
Awesome.
Yes,
Awesome.
Vince, what's going on over there?
Hey, man, I'm just giving it a moment, man. Giving it a moment to simmer here. It's like cooking grits. It can't cook them too fast. Hey, the one thing I really like about everything about your platform and your approach to industry is when I was reading is that you have a strong passion, which you have to have for. And I'm going to say this for country music. So the last couple of weeks I've been looking at jazz and going back and looking at ragtime and looking at blues and kind of mixing those fields as they, evolved over the years. And I've just watched country music evolve, and you are definitely one of those rising people that have that mixture, which means I'm going to ask the unforgiving thing of, could you please sing a song for us?
Oh, of course, of course. I do like to push the box and the envelope, and you never know what I'm gonna release. And but this is Rob Reiser with me today, also an artist, and we get to play shows together and travel together, which is amazing. So, oh, to this guy over here, this is a song we wrote together called Frames. It's pretty new, so I'm gonna
Very nice.
share it on this platform.
Wow,
All of
let's
this is a
go.
true story. I have to say, I do have frames in my house that are now starting to be filled, but they were empty for a long time. And
There we go.
you'll understand what that means for this song. All right. Living with bare walls, new floors, and room to spare. Been here a year, small table and a couple chairs. Sitting next to the fire, I don't feel the flame. There's nothing to see here but empty frames. As much as I wanted, it will come with time. No, I can't force it, but it's clear in my mind. Picture with so much love, I can see it in his eyes. Warm smile that brightens my space. Wanna fill those empty frames. And didn't know it in that moment, but the pictures show it. It's starting to come in focus. How couldn't I notice how cute we look together on our first date? Yeah, moments like that are filling up my frames. As much as I wanted, it will come with time. No, I can't force it, but it's clear in my mind. Picture with so much love, I can see it in his eyes. Warm smile that brightens my space. Wanna fill those empty frames. It makes my heart so full to see it's all over this place. I'm gonna need more picture frames. As much as I wanted, it will come with time. No, I can't force it, but it's clear in my mind. Picture with so much love, I can see it in his eyes. Warm smile that brightens my space. You filled my empty frames. You fill my heart and frames.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very
Thank you.
nice, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice. Ooh.
Yeah.
And I just gotta say one thing is that Mike doesn't listen to country music, but he's bopping his head. That's all I know.
Okay. All right. Good.
Hey,
Good.
Rob, great man. Way to strum, my brother Jimi Hendrix. You would be proud of you. But we want to talk about one other thing is we actually want to show now but we want to show your website where people can find you and
Awesome.
just show the awesome website you have. So Mike, if you can, I'm going to slide over to you and let's walk through it.
Yes, that's it. You can put a little
This is
video-
your single Bird, which I heard that was pretty good. That was very nice. And that's where I kind of felt a little funk and stuff like that. And then your other one, Thirsty. Oh, very nice. And like I said, your videos are off the chain. We have to show. I got to show people this. Look at it.
Thank you.
She is
Bird.
on point.
There's all the
with
videos
everything.
right there. Yes, Bird is up for Song of the Year for
Okay.
Women of
Very
Country.
nice.
And the Thirsty music video is up for Music Video of the Year right
There
now
we go.
for Women of Country. So, but full disclosure, that Thirsty video is kind of a tearjerker. It's a little.
Yeah, I checked it out. I was like, oh damn. It's nice. I'm not gonna ruin it. You guys have to check her out, okay? You got to check her out. Tour dates are amazing.
Thank
You can
you.
check it out here, and they're scrolling underneath. I mean, it's just How long you been doing this? Since 4, you said?
It's been 5 years full time.
Okay.
But ever since I was
Okay.
a little girl, and yeah, we were just talking about. I just updated all the tour dates for everything that I have so far for December.
Mm-hmm.
But we were talking about how it's cool going back to Nashville, playing Bus Call and Whiskey Jam and the Listening Room and Nashville Tour Stop, like a bunch of the staple things in town, and
Wow.
it feels good to be like, okay, I'm coming back and we're gonna do those things.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm missing is the Bluebird.
The Bluebird. Well, you're generating. You see, like your music generating. You're getting more sharper. You got Bird. You got Thirsty. Now you got what? You got this one you just dropped on us. I think that was an
Yes.
exclusive. I don't know.
This
It's
is a
exclusive,
brand
bro.
new
Tell me.
song. Yes. It's a brand new song. We have been performing it. We've been testing it out, and so
I like
think
it.
as we
I like it.
go, the song evolves, and it's great
Mhm.
to be able to test it out live first. But
Yeah.
I have not even recorded that song.
I can imagine the harmony on that is very high, so you can hit those high notes very nice.
Thank you.
And the
Yes.
guitar is just disgusting. Nice play, stroke is clean. Yeah, it's nice, guys.
Cool.
Very
Cool.
good, very good.
All right. So my question to you is, who are your influences? Because, in all artists, now I grew up from a little bit of everything because I went to Georgia Southern University. So I got really introduced heavily to country music there, especially when you're around sports and everything, and also with the B-52s in the area. But every artist, my dad plays the drums. My brother actually sings for some of the Christian bands in California with the Reading and different other churches that he sings with. But me, I have no artistic skill. But everybody has influences. Like my brother, he has his influences. So who and what artists influenced your style? And maybe they influenced your style, but they gave you a different creativity because you could be two different artists. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I kind of get some of your history on which way, it went with those two. Thanks.
Absolutely. So my first couple of influences were Amy Grant and Gloria Estefan. Like those two were the ones where I was like, okay, music feels so good. I remember dancing at a really young age around the living room to those songs. And then it was like Celine Dion, Styx, Phil Collins, Whitney, like all of those. And then I discovered country music when I was 7. So then it was like LeAnn Rimes, Shania, and Martina McBride from there. But
yeah, you blew my mind when you say Styx and just Celine Dion. You just who was it? The
really
Sound
stuck
Machine.
out
Who
to
was it? Wow, you had a Latin artist there. What was the name again?
Gloria Estefan.
Gloria Estefan. Sorry, I drew a blank.
Come on,
Wow.
come on, do
Yeah,
the love motion
that's-
with me.
And then maybe so that's
Yeah.
where the funk comes from, or maybe the little rhythm behind
The
it.
timing, the weird timings that I do, and I say weird in like such a loving way because I feel like in in country music, and sometimes when I'm writing with people, they're like, what are you trying to do? And I was like, just wait, just listen to
Yeah.
it. I gotta hear, then the drums will be like doing these beats, and they're like, okay. So sometimes it's like an extra beat or like an extra measure or
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
fun things like that. I always like to spice it up.
I like that. That's interesting. You said that, but that's good because then you're gonna have a broader, horizon in your music industry, and your music career, stuff like that. That you're gonna tune into different aspects, and might even veer off to another different sound of country or so.
Yes.
Because you
Yes.
never know. Music is unlimited. There's no
Absolutely.
limit
And
to
I
music.
love that about music, and I
Mhm.
never ever want to tell a song what it should be or write to a box. Like I'm all about whatever, how we're feeling that day, what the subject or whatever it wants to sound like. I feel like
Mhm.
it's definitely channeled through something else, and it tells
That's
me.
good.
So I just sometimes I write a folk song. Sometimes I'm writing, something I would never cut myself, but I want to honor the song. Yeah.
That's good. No, that's interesting. That's interesting. Like I said, it's not. It sounds countryish, but it still has something behind it. I'm gonna praise. I don't know, man. It's weird. I'm gonna see you 5 years from now, boy. Like, I remember her.
Oh.
There you go. You're on your mission. I mean, you have a tour already. You have your visuals. You have your sound. You have your group. You have everything. I mean, the blocks are
I
there. Good luck.
I do feel like because I've engrossed myself so like I don't have a choice anymore. I'm like so
Hmm.
engrossed in all this. I feel like I can see the path. Like I can see if I
That's
do
good.
these things, like these are the steps. I feel like I have a good understanding of the specific ladder that's for this industry. And if I
Hmm.
just keep going and keep my head to the ground and work hard, I know that I'll be
That's
one
nice.
day. I mean, it may take longer or shorter, whatever, but I'll be able to check things off on the bucket list or the goals list.
That's good. That's good. But you're doing it. You keep on doing it. Your videos, I'm pretty sure, are going to get better and better. They're doing great. The clarity, the visuals, everything's nice. Everything's nice. You putting the
Awesome.
pieces together, like I said. Vince.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. So one thing I really like is that country music has evolved since the 1950s, and that we are kind of moving. And I hate to use the term crossover. I really do. I think it is so negative because even me, as an African American, listening to country music, the stereotypes, and somebody be like, and now. I've turned my daughter on. She's 17, my last one at the house. And I've turned her on, and now we get in the car. She's listening to the country music.
Nice.
But and she goes, Dad, listen to this. And I'm like, I said, look, that's back in the day country, that because I thought the 90s became a turning point for country music. I really did. I think they
Lone
kind of
Star, Brooks and Dunn.
you're calling it
Like big Alan Jackson and who am I?
Lee
Toby Keith.
Greenwood,
Toby Keith. Lee. Yes, big ones. Big
these
people that brought a lot
Leanne
of.
Rhymes killed it. I mean, when you really started looking at Shania, may have touched the iceberg, but she pushed it all the way into the glacier because after the 90s, I really couldn't even call it country music because Billy Ray Cyrus has took it to another level. And
Yeah.
I really enjoy just the mixture of harmony now and just the upbeat rhythm. And I honestly tell you, I listened to Silver the other day and I was like, wow, this is a really good song. And I said, and the thing is, I shared it on my Twitter feed a little bit. And so the thing I was telling Mike the other day is I said, listening to her, I said, I would love to hear her do a duet with one of the female soul artists that have a very clear voice like yours. Because I just said, wow, you used to think of the movement you would have with that song and the people. But I'm going to tell you, you're crushing it. You're crushing it.
Like, who are you thinking of? Who should I strive for? Who should I strive? Because that would
There's
be
so
amazing.
many.
Ah,
Yeah,
That
there's
would be
so many,
amazing,
but
though.
yeah, but I thought about it, and the thing is, let me ask you a question. But since you've gotten on this journey, how are you paying it forward? And that's always the biblical answer. I know it's crazy, and I hate to say that, but
No,
somebody always has to help someone open the door.
absolutely.
And so, how are you paying it forward?
This job and this journey is really hard. And a lot of times people don't have a choice. They just love music so much that they're like, okay, it's harder than maybe other industry choices, but you just have to do it kind of thing. But anytime I discover a tip or a trick, we're constantly like, we're a network and we all know each other in Nashville. And now I'm getting to know a lot of people in Florida, which has been amazing. And anytime I discover something, like I'm a new parrot head, and I loved meeting all of these trop rockers down in Florida and the Key West. And they have these radio stations that play trop rock music. And I'm like, listening to my friend's song the other day. This was even before I went to Key West. I'm listening to her song in the car, and I was like, that's trop rock. And she goes, what did you say? And I was like, let me explain to her. And then I sent her my entire spreadsheet of trop rock radio stations. And then she got picked up by like 5 radio stations. And she was so happy. And I was like, yeah, girl, like your song's amazing. So I think stuff like that, and like passing on knowledge for venues and things like that helps a ton, because I don't view this industry as a competition at all. Like you said, the possibilities for this creative thing that happens, even when you write songs, or how your personality shines through on stage, right. That's a signature like thumbprint to you, and nobody else, can have that. I have songs on this record that will be coming out that
there we go.
I know that nobody's going to sing that song, or maybe it's not for anybody but me. You know what I mean? And it's just, I just feel like any sort of help like that is huge.
Well,
we have
I think it's time for the second song. I don't know. I'm curious. Let's do this.
We got Rob sitting there. We got to make him just work.
Rob in his rock shirt today.
There we go. His rock fit. He got the rock fit.
Yes, Red Notice tonight. We're going to be watching it, so don't give it away. I know we were talking about that before we went live. I'm going to play you guys Bird, because it is up for Song of the Year for Women of Country. And Bird is about not flipping people off. It's about focusing on the positive and not letting any sort of negativity come your way. Just letting that roll off your shoulder and not even giving enough to want to flip that person off. So this is Bird. I never thought I could be affected by your criticism, poisoned by your cynicism, lies dim the shine inside of me. Been living in a shadow of clouds, but this is my philosophy now. Hey, grit my teeth, then bury forgetting. You ain't even strong enough to steal my pride. Shame don't got married, share it with somebody else who wants to waste their time. I'm gonna raise my cheeks and smile for you, just for the record. I ain't cursing, you ain't worth it, you don't deserve my burn. My every breath is my currency. Spend it on the positive, loving how I'm dropping it. I let her fly, spread her wings, only in my head and my dreams. Read between the pointer and ring. Hey, grit my teeth, then bury forgetting. You ain't even strong enough to steal my pride. Say don't got married, share it with somebody else who wants to waste their time. I'm gonna raise my cheeks and smile for you, just for the record. I ain't cursing, you ain't worth it, you don't deserve my burn. I ain't cursing, you ain't worth it, you don't deserve my burn. My every breath is my currency. I spend it on the positive, loving how I'm dropping it. Hey, yeah, I hate cursing, you ain't worth it. You don't deserve pain. Hey, Kirstie, you ain't worth it. You don't deserve pain. My bird, you don't deserve my bird. You don't deserve my bird.
Boom. Kirstie.
Hey, thank you.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you. So that's
Check
Bird.
that
You
out.
can get it right on the website
There
at
we go.
KirstieKraus.com.
That's right. Here we go.
All right. Great job. And you know what? You are a motivation, and I know you're going to leave your legacy out there. So let me ask you this last question before we get out of here. And It's been a great thing. But by the way, Rob, hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
Hell of a job. Yes.
All right. So before we get out of here, as I ask everyone all the time, as many times as I can, when I run into new people, what do you plan your imprint on history, or what your legacy should be?
Okay, I love that. I love that question. I think that every artist develops a platform, right? And that people are looking to that. So it's very, very important to me to encourage people to utilize their time on this earth as best they can and just be happy. So if that means riding around the country in a short bus, traveling to shows, or being an accountant, or flying planes, like, go do that and have no regrets and just do the best you can every day. And so I like to write a lot of inspiring songs for people to feel motivated to go find that and find what's truly their heart's passion.
Awesome. You know, as Mike, if you got any last words before I close this down, man.
Good luck. You're on a good road. As an old artist or a new artist, good stuff, guys. And I'm looking forward to you, my man over there,
Yes.
The Rock.
Yes. He's looking forward
This
to
has
you,
been
The
an
Rock.
adventure. I'm looking for more music towards you, and hopefully you verge maybe to some rock, hip hop. Who knows?
I'm super excited. There's a lot
You have
of
no
stuff in the
limits.
works. So I
That's
cannot
awesome.
wait to be releasing new music and to be dropping this record.
There you go.
I'm
Boom.
so
That's what I'm
excited.
talking about.
I'll text
Very
you guys tonight after we watch that movie.
Okay. All right. So, Kirstie, I just want to say this. It has been an absolute pleasure. Rob, thank you too for providing the music background drop for us. But honestly, keep doing what you're doing and making a great impression on not just young women, but young artists in general, and keep making inroads, because you know what? You are a role model, and even if you don't want to be, you have propelled yourself into that situation in life, and it just happens to all of us at times. And I only wish the best and happiness for you. And if you had anything, closing words for any advice out there, let me hear it real quick before we wrap up.
Oh my gosh. I could get into it, but advice would just be like, make sure that your team, especially running any sort of small business, that the people that you bring on your team are absolutely supportive people and bringing positivity in what you do. Rob here, that plays the guitar, is a huge support to me, and just does a lot because he believes in me as an artist. And yes, he loves me as well, but he believes in me as an artist. And just keep people around that are not trying to bring in negativity. That would be my advice. And I want to say thank you, Vincent and Mike, so much for having me. I think I'm one of the first artists.
You are
the
first artist. You check the block.
Awesome. Checking that box. So thank you so much for having me today and just checking everything out and digging the music. I certainly appreciate it.
All right, so if you have any up-and-coming artists that are just looking, and we got to get Rob next, so he's going to be the second one, so we'll work those dates out. But if you got anybody that's looking for a platform, we have no issue, because we're doing everybody on any kind of platform, be it education, be it music, we got Anne-Marie Johnson, the actress, coming on. So, you know, we just get after it. But as we always say, at Embrace the Power and Aspire to Inspire, we always say, Kirstie, Kraus, keep it rolling.
All right.
Let's go.
Will do.
All right.
Thank you guys. We'll see.